welcome to day 27 of our January challenge for 2021 and our 8th day now of working on Paul Lewis's Autumn is Nigh. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So I'm going to start today with that final bar from yesterday, so bar 47, which is where the phrase starts for this section. And notice we've got these lovely rolled chords in the right hand and then effectively broken chords in the left, which is where we are placing all three, and we'll try and buff those on as one movement of triad shapes, but we're playing one note after the other in that hand. So we're pianissimo, we're nice and quiet. We are in time, so we need to make sure that we don't sort of slow down through this, but it will feel so much more spacious because there's no quavers in this section or no eighth notes. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay, so we need to be very conscious about how we're asking for this to sound when we play this. It could be very easy to sort of be a bit garish with these high notes and really sort of be a bit harsh with them on these thinner, shorter strings. So we want to be really sort of delicate, still bending in beautifully, but not putting grr behind the fingers, not putting real pressure behind them, and really making a good effort bending that thumb in. And personally, I really like not to be glued to the harp for this kind of movement. Have a nice elbow out, lots of lift, lots of space there. Okay, that's what I like with it. And then our left hand has the interest of the moving notes. Sometimes it's a triad heading downwards, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes it's a triad heading upwards. And you can choose, I'm choosing mostly just place each bar as it comes, rather than trying to place one bar into the next. So on the whole, that's what I'm doing there, because there's processing time to be able to cope with that. And that really helps with the grouping feel of it as well. And on the whole, it's hardly moving at all, actually. If you were to play those bars just as straight chords in the left, just go down one, we go up one, we go up one, we go down one, down one, down one, back up one. So it actually never moves more than a note at a time in terms of the placing. So allowing myself to be conscious of that makes it a much simpler part to play as well. So let's give it a go. Places to be careful of is in that last few bars, as I was coming into the second and third bar from the end of there, where my right hand is placing on B, D and E. And don't be confused there by the direction of that D sticking out. When we have two notes that are two strings right next to each other, two notes written on the page, if they were to be written directly above each other like you normally expect, it would just end up a messy blob on the page that we wouldn't be clear. So the way they do it is that it's coming from the same stem, but it points out the opposite direction, but it's still all happening at the same time. And I just sort of played D, F, A in my left, and I'm placing my right, and just watch that we don't bash our back of our nail on that string that's vibrating there. Just watch that we're not getting in each other's way, basically, on these notes. Okay, let's give it a go, starting at bar 47. If you want to, just do one hand or the other, but here we are, bar 47, with a count in 1 and 2 and 3 and... Keep placing as a block. Okay, so I can't emphasize that enough about that left hand block placing all those three. Don't try and read them as separate notes as in terms of how you're placing them, because then you'll end up messy with it, and you'll feel anxious over where you're going. Do it as a block placement, recognize that it just moves a step at a time, and you'll be grand with it. Okay, I'll see you on the play along videos. Well done.